So now let's see what tasks do we have for our lesson. So the first task is going to be creating a custom data class. So again, it is similar to the player stats, but here we are going to create a book which is going to have the title and the page count. And the second is going to be testing our game objects. So are they different or are they same? So we are going to create a same script for two different game objects, and we'll set the different settings inside the inspector. And finally, the last one is managing multiple objects via collection. So we are just going to set different properties for the different game objects assigned. So again, all the three scripts are pretty simple. We can create them in less than maybe 10 minutes or so. So let's rename our scene to be lesson 5 tasks, and let's create our scripts. So the first script we are going to need is the library script. And the next script is going to be a turret script. And the third script is going to be the barracks script. Now let's edit them inside Visual Studio. So we need to put them in the correct namespaces, and we'll start with the first script, which is the library. So similarly, as we did with the previous scripts, we need to attach them in the correct namespace. And inside our library, we are going to have a serialized field, private book, and we'll just call it book. And we need to create the class. So system.serializable public class book, and instead of public, we're gonna, yeah, it doesn't matter. But it is going to be an issue because we will need to access it to debug.log. So it is just going to have a public string author year published and not this. So depending on the task, we just need the book, book. So we just need the title and the page count. So public string title, and we'll call this page count. And when we set this up inside our start, we'll just use debug.log. Book title is this, and the page count is this. Next, we have the turret. So let's make it correct namespace. And for this task, we need to rotate this turret. So we are going to have a serialized field, private, float, rotate speed, and inside update transform dot rotate. Again, pretty simple. But we are going to have multiple turrets, so all may have different rotation speed or maybe even direction. And similarly, in our barracks, we need to rename a bunch of game objects. So let's create a serialized field, private list of game objects, and I'll just call it Unix. And inside a start, why did this happen? base class for objects, add components to control list of game object. There's an issue here. Why is this string there? And let's create a serialized field. Private list. Okay. Using system.collections.generic. And we are going to have a list of game object and whatever you can call it. And here for each game object, we are going to rename its name. So if for soldier prefab in soldier prefabs, if soldier prefab is not equal to null, then soldier prefab dot name is going to be equal to, depending on our task, private plus, okay, we are going to need an iterator. So for int if soldier prefab of I, damn, I need to disable this. Yeah, it remembers. So it has got 5-6 levels of indentation. Namespace is good, the start is also good. For here, I do the inverse checking. If it is null, then we are going to continue as the soldier prefabs of I dot name is going to be equal to private plus I plus 1. So that should be it for the task. Now let's go inside Unity and let's see what we need to do to test the task. So this is the barrack. We can add our barrack here and we'll create an empty. Doesn't matter whatever we name it, as our game object is going to name them. And inside our barrack, we are going to add our soldier prefabs game objects to the soldier prefabs. And when we hit play, all those names are going to be changed. So as you can see, private 1 to 10. And next we need to test our library script. So we can also attach it to the barrack. And we can have some random book title. So the random book has 523 pages. Let's have it 100 page and we'll see a debug.log. Random BOPL page count 100. And finally, to test our turret. So for testing the turret, we are going to need to assign a mesh and it needs to be like asymmetrical, or let's see how does it work. For the mesh render, we are going to add the blue color. Let's set the main camera to be black and we need to add the light. And for the turret, we need to assign our turret script. So let's see how does it work. So as you can see, our player is going to rotate. It is rotating in a odd direction. It's not the odd direction or camera. I need to change it facing correctly. So Y is going to 10 and this is going to be 90. Now we should be able to see it rotating in the correct axis. And similarly, we can delete the turret again. And this can rotate in the negative direction and duplicate it again, and maybe it can rotate faster. And similarly, we'll duplicate it again, and this is going to rotate in the opposite direction. And let's position them -2. Let's hit play. So as you can see, all of them are the same classes, but the rotations are going to be completely different. So these both are opposite rotations, and these both are spinning faster than the previous turrets. So that was it for the tasks, and that's it for the lesson. Let's go to the next one.